everybody, I am Tanari. I stream on Twitch. I do my videos now. I think we're just kind of settling on Controlled Chaos for a name. I'm not sure if that's what we chose, what I chose. I have to look at it again, but that's what we're sticking with, is the chaos thing for, these videos. Sorry, I'm not doing great mentally, but also doing fantastic mentally. So, here's a recap of my year and why the last video was so hectic. Flustered. Looked like I maybe was ready to implode. I swear I don't actually drink that much coffee, but yeah. Okay, some days. Shut up. So my year started. We'd managed to get through 2020 without catching COVID. Huzzah. No, we didn't. So we caught COVID around Thanksgiving last year, right? D. Ritten took months to get over it because he has asthma. And we'll get into the adults' health issues later. But at the beginning of this year, I had to schedule 2 children for surgeries. I can't remember the word. Can't think of the word. Don't care. We opted for these surgeries. What was going on is they get weekly infusions, and we were starting to have issues accessing veins consistently. So we had ports put in. We were supposed to get this done late 2020, and they weren't doing anything that was not life. This is going well today. They were not doing any procedures that were not necessary for living at the time, and this is not necessary for living. This was being opted for. They were still getting their medication. So we avoided the hospital during 2020 for love and money, okay? Stayed the hell away. Because they go to a children's hospital that specializes in high-risk cases, high-risk conditions, high-risk patients. My children are homeschooled, primarily healthy, and equally important, had caught COVID and were just shy of asymptomatic, okay? I thought they had a flipping cold until the cough wouldn't go away. So we stayed away from the hospital, not to keep my kids from catching COVID, but to keep them from spreading it to children who should not have it. My kids are not respiratory at risk, and considering my brother's timeline of degradation with the MD won't be until they are 18, 19. Okay, he was not really respiratory at risk until puberty. So we stayed away until they said, okay, we're doing these things again. And then Children's called me to say, when do you want to do these surgeries? So that's how we started, was with surgeries this year for 2 children, which any parent is going to be a walking wreck for this, even if the kid goes right home, which is exactly what my children did. I wasted a day for each kid to get their surgeries. Problem was, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. At one point, for a short 2-month spat, I was going to 5 therapy appointments a week. That's how our summer went that year, that spring and summer. Yeah, not cool. Then in September, my husband had a cardiac incident. No clue what happened. But he had a cardiac incident. We had no idea what happened. He went to the ER. They couldn't figure out what happened. They were just going to send him home until he asked, does gas cause this problem? Because they were trying to tell him it was indigestion. Again. Anyway, they admitted him because, no, gas doesn't cause that particular test result that was coming back. So week and a half in the hospital later, we find out he may have a blood clot or collapsed artery. I forget which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was a clot. And the doctor was shocked he had not actually had a heart attack, because this sucker was on the main artery going into the heart. So they take him in to put a stent in for surgery, while I'm at home with 4 children by myself for a week and a half, losing my mind, okay? I was worried sick. I was not okay. Anyone who dealt with me on the internet during that time, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry because we all know what was going on, but I'm sorry, okay? I was not okay. I also couldn't drink during that time spat because I was the only parent at home. We have a standing, if you're the only parent at home, drinking's not a thing. And I don't sleep well without my husband. I may be codependent, I don't care. But I don't sleep good without him at home. But they put the stent in. They let him come home. He couldn't lift the cat for 2 weeks after that because too much strain was going to blow the artery. And look, I was already not okay. Also, my brother-in-laws are assholes because more than once the phrase, "How's your heart doing, Kim?" came up after things like, describing what could have happened if they hadn't caught this. We've also known each other for, over 20 years now. So, this isn't new. But, so we get that worked out. He gets better. I adjust to him getting better. We adjust medications because, there was another incident where we had to call an ambulance twice because his blood pressure medicine needed to be adjusted because the stent was fixing things. Not super big, just a little terrifying. So then, as I've finally gotten used to, okay, we're okay now, the oldest goes to the hospital, ER. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of details here because it's an 11-year-old. I'm trying to protect his privacy here. But a week in the hospital, a little more. No, it was a week. It was right at a week. A week in the hospital. Over the course of this, we learned that he has Hirschsprung's, which his brother also had. The baby had surgery at 3 months old. He's not a baby anymore, okay? He's 4, he'll be 5 in January. He's fine. But he has Hirschsprung's. The oldest has developed Hirschsprung's, and that's what they figured out over the week-long visit in the hospital. But I spent a week because D. Ritten's back could not handle sleeping on that couch in the hospital, okay? Wasn't going to be a thing. He certainly wasn't going to be able to handle the children while I went up there with his back screwed up from sleeping on that couch. So what happened, because we weren't just going to leave him up there by himself for more than the hour or two it took for us to swap places, and it usually took 45 minutes tops, but someone had to get home. The hospital ain't that close. And the 11-year-old is a big boy. He would tell us, "No, it's okay. I want you to sleep." He literally wanted me there at night and Daddy there during the day. And he told me at some point over the course of the hospital stay, this is because he wants me there at night in case something goes wrong. He feels a little more secure with Mommy there at night. But he wants Daddy there during the day because it's Daddy and he wants to see Daddy too. I think part of it's because I'm not a boy and he is 11. So we're also dealing with the whole puberty and growing up, and Mommy's a little weird. This is not who I want here for some of these things during the day, but when he's half asleep, when he doesn't feel good, he wanted me there. So I was sleeping on the couch at the hospital. If you've ever slept in the hospital, you're aware how much sleep I got. And then I was coming home to watch the other children during the day, and run the house, because that's my job normally. I can literally run this house on autopilot. It's ingrained. The brain doesn't have to kick in for this, which is good because I actually remember almost none of that week. Like, no idea what happened. But I would apparently pass out on the couch here for a few hours during the day, and I would periodically wake up with children cuddling me, dogs cuddling me, the cat trying to suffocate me. That only happened once, and then the child... I woke up not because the cat was trying to suffocate me. I woke up because the 4-year-old went, "No, Blue, you're not supposed to be there. This is a no-no." In your standard 4-year-old volume. It was loud. But he comes home. We have to basically, it's not a severe case. His life's not in danger. So they said, we will call and schedule these surgeries he's going to need to have. He's going to need 1 or 2 more surgeries. At our convenience, our family's convenience over the holidays, because Christmas is coming. It's a children's hospital. The last thing anybody in this hospital wants to do is ruin a child's Christmas with a hospital stay unnecessarily. I love this hospital, okay? So now I've got to schedule those at some point, but they're not going to happen this month. And the doctors are fine with that. They don't need to happen this month. They just need to happen. And then, after this, my husband got fired. It's been fun. And even though he got fired, he insisted I go see the doctor, because as he put it, these issues he dealt with are because he didn't take care of himself. Now, to be fair, he saw a myriad of doctors over the years. They didn't catch the fact that he needed a stent. But if it didn't get caught because he wasn't taking care of himself, and that's basically what this is it did not get taken care of for a decade. So it got worse, and it nearly killed him. It was a 95% blockage. Like, it was a miracle of God that he did not die. But he basically went, "Look, this is because this didn't get treated like it should have been, and if you don't take care of yourself, you're going to have the same problems. Same kind of problem. You're going to wind up dead. And they're hosed if I'm dead. And I know it. I run the house. I run the medical appointments. He's the one that brings in an income. He's got a job. But I do everything that keeps things running. That includes things like picking up prescriptions, filling pill keepers, making sure children are educated. I do a lot. But he was right. I needed to go to the doctor. I also needed to go to the eye doctor because I didn't have contacts, and part of the reason I have not been able to stream, and I will soon, but I stream on Twitch, and part of the reason I haven't been able to is the lights would reflect in my glasses. And that hurts. Well, I have contacts now, so that's not a problem. It's really not. I could have the overhead light on if I had remembered to turn the damn thing on before I sat down. I didn't. But I go to the doctor. And this doctor's been treating us since we moved into this house. It's been 3 years now, almost 4. She walked in and she goes, "Your daughter's wife, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "You've had a hell of a year. We're just going to kind of ignore the high elevated blood pressure because I'm pretty sure we know what that is caused by right now. You have no history of high blood pressure." I'm like, I haven't said anything. But the result of this visit is that the skin issues I've been having, psoriasis. Hell if I knew. More importantly, I still have to get a test in January to confirm the suspicions. But she believes I've had asthma since I was a kid, and it was just too mild for a doctor to catch until symptoms worsened in the last couple of years. Now, COVID, obviously, I caught COVID. I've had worse issues with the breathing since I had COVID, so that hastened things along a little bit. But till about 2 years ago, my allergies were not so bad that I noticed. the worsening allergies. D. Ritten noticed. He was not happy. But basically, she put me on an asthma medication that's also used to treat extreme allergies. And I feel so much better. Like, I didn't realize I was in pain all the time. Didn't realize I had tight chest and was wheezing and having trouble breathing all the time. I'm not anymore. I'm having an issue with dehydrating a lot because of this medication, but I'll take it. I'll drink a gallon of water a day if I feel like a human being. Like this fog up here, that was a permanent thing. I thought it was stress. It's gone. I've been able to clean. I've been able to keep up. I've been taking care of things better, feeling better. And that's kind of weird. It's weird. Okay, being able to fill my lungs all the way feels broken. So that's how this year has gone. And that's why everything feels like, oh my God. But he got another job, so that problem will be fixed. We just have to survive December until he gets paid. But he's got another job for 3 months, contract, whatever, it's a job. And now we're down to what are plans for going forward? Because, like, I posted on Instagram a teaser photo for a video, and my cameras were black. Like 3/4 of the camera was black. Lighting in my kitchen and living room are apparently horrible. We're working on fixing that, but, you know, certain rooms in my house we're just not going to have videos of for a while because the lighting's terrible. But the rest of this year, what I'm working on is, I have to learn how to Instagram. Because I don't know how to Instagram or social media or market myself, or I'm no idea. Gotta learn these things. But videos that we're going to do for the stream, I don't know if they will be weekly. I would like them to be. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I have a handful of projects that I'm going to sew this month. Oh God. Oh God. Pajamas. I make pajamas for the kids every year. We're going to video that because it's 4 sets of pajamas that I'm actually making out of top sheets, bed sheets that we don't need anymore. And then there's going to be, I'm going to Instagram. I'm going to learn how to Instagram, but I'm going to Instagram. Every year I take these, my kids have these 12-inch action figures. There's 20-something of these things in my house somewhere. Mostly Marvel, some DC, handful of Minecraft ones that are probably going to find their way into the same bin. So every year, these toys come to life and do things at night between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Sometimes I start right after Thanksgiving. Sometimes I don't start until the 1st of December. This year's going to be one of those latter ones. But I'm going to Instagram those things each night that I manage it. Them coming to life and whatever mischief they get into or do. Might do a video on the Christmas decorating. Don't hold your breath there. And I don't know, like, if you have any suggestions for videos, let me know. But this year, basically what we're doing is surviving Christmas without another hospital stay. That's what I'm after here. And we will see how that works. So, at that, I know I didn't put socials in the video description last time. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. I need to learn how to social media. Yeah. But, if you want to see me on Twitch, it's Tanari on Twitch. Same username, I think. I might be wrong, but I think so. I'll double check that. And I plan to start Twitch streaming again. Hopefully I'll get one up Tuesday. We'll find out. Anyway, at that, I will see you guys whenever I get another video up. And keep an eye on the Instagram. I swear I'll post it this time in the video description. I'm trying. Enjoy the chaos.